Alright, what's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're going to be doing a little recap of last night's game, a 14-game slate. A lot of people playing last night. Got some really good games, good action. We're going to talk all about that today. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications to all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. All links to other stuff, TikTok, Twitter, stuff like that in the description. Also, if you missed any other recaps, you can go back and watch them around the channel, of course. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So we'll start in order. The first game of the night, we had the Jazz and the Pacers. The Pacers win this game 134-118. It was a good first half. The Jazz made it close in the third quarter, but the Pacers outscored Utah 33-20 in the fourth quarter and get the win. Pacers now go to 5-3. Utah falls to 2-7. Team stats. The Pacers shot 51% for the field. Utah shot 47%. Utah had 21 turnovers in this game as well. The Pacers had 14 steals. For Indiana, they had 6 players scoring double figures. Aaron Nesmith was the leading scorer, 24 points off the bench, shot 4 for 6 from 3. He's actually been pretty solid this year. He's been kind of before they needed, apparently. He's been shooting the ball well. He's been attacking the rim. Defensively, he's been holding his own as well against bigger players. He's been very, very good. Aaron Nesmith this year. Bennedict Mathurin had 22, 9, and 4. And Miles Turner also had 22 points. Tyrese Halliburton 16, 6, and 13 assists. Jalen Smith off the bench has 16 and 11 boards. He's been very good as well. And then Buddy Hield also had 10 points. The Pacers are going to put up points. You see the Pacers are going to put up some points. It's really about defensively. Can they hold up? But no, they can put up points, man. They definitely can put up some points. Good win for Indiana. For Utah, Jordan Clarkson 33, 3 and 5, shot 12 for 26 from the field. Larry Markkinen had 24 and 9, 14 and 9 for John Collins, and Simone Fontecchio and Colin Sexton both had 10 points off the bench as well. Keontae George started in this game. He had 9 assists. THT came off the bench. But yeah, Utah, they don't really have a point guard. Trying to make sure of a point guard position. They're 2-7 now. The Pacers got a really good win. You know what I mean? Next, we had a really good game, Celtics and 76ers. Obviously, two teams, this matchup, obviously, a lot of things involved in it. The Sixers get out with a 106-103 victory over Boston in a very tight one. Philly now goes to 6-1, number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Celtics fall to 5-2, lose 2 games in a row. Team stats, Philly shot 44% from the field, Boston shot 40%. Boston actually hit 15 threes. Sixers only hit 9 threes in this game, but Philly also rebounded Boston 56-43. For the 76ers, Joel Embiid 27, 10, and 4 with 4 blocks, shot 10 for 20 from the field. I don't know, there's something about Joel Embiid this year, man. He has been very, very good, very dominant. The Sixers team in general has just been super, super surprising to me. They've been very, very good, and getting a good win over the Celtics, even though it's game 7 of the season. Still, that's a huge win. They look a lot better, a lot more comfortable. Joel Embiid said earlier today, there's a quote that came out and said they have no ego on this team. And it feels like that. Everyone's kind of bought into this system, this team. Joel Embiid's playing really good. Tyrese Maxey's taking a jump. Guys like Kelly Oubre, D'Anthony Melton are coming in off the bench and making plays. Patrick Beverley, I think he said he leads all bench players in plus minus. Everyone's just bought in. There's a lot more movement. Defensively they're there. They look really, really good. And it's a really good win over a really good Boston team. Obviously, Tyrese Maxey 25, 9, and 5. Even though he did not shoot the ball well from the field, he had big shots that he needed to, and his playmaking has been really good. Tobias Harris at 17 and 9, and Kelly Oubre 14 and 8 for Philly. For Boston, Porzingis 29, 6 and 3, shot 10 for 19, 2 for 6 from 3. Derek White came back in this game at 19, 4 and 5, shot 6 for 18, 3 for 11 from 3. Jason Tatum 16, 15 and 6, shot only 6 for 14. I don't know, I feel like Tatum wasn't being as aggressive as I want him to be. He's rebounding the ball, he's passing and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't be third on the team in shots taken. Porzingis and Derek White took more shots than him. I feel like that shouldn't have happened. Jrue Holiday 12, 5 and 5, and Jaylen Brown 11 points, shot 4 for 13, 2 for 7 from 3. Jaylen Brown hasn't had an amazing start to the year. He's been good. He's had some good games, but he hasn't been super all NBA amazing so far. Maybe that's also him trying to find a role with now Porzingis and Jrue Holiday. They're not trying to overstep anybody, but Jaylen Brown, I feel like he needs to be a little more aggressive as well. And then Sam Hauser had 13 points off the bench. He had 3 3-pointers. Yeah, back-to-back losses for Boston, 2 very close losses, tough losses. But Philly and Minnesota. But Philly, man, yeah, they're really surprising me right now. They're really surprising me. They're playing amazing basketball right now to start this season, and I can't wait to see how it keeps going. I can't wait to see how this team improves as the season goes on. Next, we have the Wizards and the Hornets. The Wizards win this game 132-116. They outscored Charlotte 41-17 in the second quarter. Washington, both teams now go to 2-5. Team stats: Hornets shot 52% from the field. Wizards shot 48%. The Wizards hit 18 threes. The Hornets only had 8 threes. And the Wizards forced 20 Charlotte turnovers and had 26 assists to the Hornets 17. For Washington, Kyle Kuzma 33-9, shot 13 for 24. He was on it with the bench for Washington. The bench had 4 players scoring double figures for Washington. That was a big factor. DeLon Wright 18, 3 and 3. He also had 4 steals in this game. Dylan Gallinari had 18 points, hit 4 threes. Landry Shamet had 15 points, hit 3 threes. And Corey Kispert had 12 points. When you're getting production like that from your bench, that's really good. Jordan Poole had 11 points, shot just 3 for 12. Only played in 20 minutes because, again, the bench was playing so well. You know, the bench and Kyle Kuzma really led them to this win. Big win for Washington. This is their one game every few weeks that's going to be really nice to watch for Washington, but because the rest of the games are going to be very bad. For Charlotte, LaMelo 34, 4 and 7, shot 13 for 22. He's been back the last 2 games. He's been playing very, very good basketball, and yeah, big game for him. Gordon Hayward at 18 and 7, 14 and 7 for Mark Williams, 14 and 7 for PJ Washington, even though he shot 4 for 11. And Brandon Miller had 13 points. But yeah, didn't really get much from the bench, and the Wizards really just stomped on in the second quarter, and the Hornets couldn't make it back up. Next, we have the Clippers and the Nets. Nets win this game 193. Nets are now 4-4. Clippers 3-4. They're on a 3-game losing streak. 0-2 to start the Harden era in LA. The Nets close it out, really. Their defense for the Nets really closed this game out, even though they didn't have a lot of players for Brooklyn. Team stats: both teams shot 40% from the field. The Nets hit 15 threes. The Clippers only hit 8 threes in this one. For the Nets, Lonnie Walker, 21 points off the bench, shot 8 for 16, 3 for 7 from 3. The Nets, of course, they don't have a lot of shot creators and stuff like that, but Lonnie Walker has been there off the bench. He's very, very good. Cam Thomas only played in 20 minutes, had 14 points. He sprained his ankle early in the third quarter. Fortunately, he was out for the rest of the game. Hopefully, he's not a serious injury because that's a big loss for Brooklyn. And then Royce O'Neal, 12 and 10. He had 4 threes, 12 and 9 for Dorian Finney-Smith, 10, 8 and 7 for Mikal Bridges. And Daron Sharp had 11 and 10 off the bench. Really, the Nets bench sparked this comeback. You know, Lonnie Walker, Daron Sharp was playing good big inside. Dennis Smith Jr. on both ends, passing and defending. Trenton Wofford getting some good minutes. That was big. And then Spencer Dinwiddie hit a big 3-pointer in the corner without a minute left to kind of seal this game. But yeah, for the Clippers, Paul George, 24 and 7, shot 7 for 20, 2 for 10 from 3, 17 for Kawhi, 13, 7 and 8 for Westbrook. He shot 6 for 18, 12, 8 and 5 for Harden, 10 and 10 for Zubac, and 10 for Norman Powell off the bench. For the Clippers, really, honestly, they're not shooting the ball super well. Paul George, the last few games, hasn't been shooting the ball well. Westbrook has not shot the ball well. He's taking a lot of shots as well. Westbrook is. Harden's, this is his second game of the season, so he's still trying to work his way into shape and work his way into, you know, Harden has not looked bad. Harden has not looked bad with the Clippers so far. It's really just, you know, he's got to work his way into shape and getting used to playing more off the ball. There's definitely a few times so far the first 2 games where Harden isn't really used to playing off the ball, so he's just kind of standing there, and then when they give him the ball, he thinks he has to go to work or something, and it's like, no, you don't have to do that. You know, you can just shoot the ball, or you can just pass it to Kawhi and Paul George. You know, not super worried about the Clippers right now. It's only been 2 games with this new team, but we'll see how Tyronn Lue and them figure it out. But a good one from the Nets. Next, we have the Knicks and Spurs on ESPN. The Knicks win this one 126-105. Not really a contest in this one. The Knicks go to 4-4. Spurs fall to 3-5. Team stats: Knicks shot 46% from the field. Spurs shot 49%. The Knicks hit 19 threes. Spurs only hit 9 threes. The Knicks are 15 for 22 from the free throw line. Spurs were 8 for 13. The Knicks only had 3 turnovers in this game, while Spurs had 13. For New York, Jalen Brunson, 25 and 6 assists, shot 8 for 19 from the field. RJ had 24 points and 6 assists. He hit 5 for 9 from 3. He's been very good at the start of the year. Julius Randle, 23, 16 and 5. Shea for 19 looked a whole lot better in this game than he has the past few games. Rebounding, passing, you know, getting his when he needs to. He's been very good. Made it quickly off the bench, had 19 points. Isaiah Hartenstein, 13 points in 15 minutes off the bench. He gave a lot of energy. Mitch Robinson also had 12 rebounds. Good win, much needed win for the Knicks. You know, they got back-to-back wins. RJ's been looking really good. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle kind of finding their own now. And yeah, they're hitting threes. When they're hitting threes, man, they're a really good team. For the Spurs, just an ugly game for them. A lot of turnovers. Well, not great defense as well. Just, yeah, not a great game from them. Jeremy Sohan led them with 16, 6 and 5 on 7 for 12 shooting. Wemby, 14, 9, only 1 block shot, 4 for 14, 0 for 4 from 3. He missed his first 7 shots. It's just, honestly, this game, they didn't really, feed him. Usually they try to run a lot of down screens for him, throw it up, lobs him. But I don't know, they weren't really doing that a whole lot in this game. That is because the Knicks are a bigger team. Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle and Isaiah Hartenstein, they got a big team. I guess. So they wanted Wemby to work them from like the mid-range and stuff, but it was not working. Credit to Mitchell Robinson. Played some great defense in this one. Malachi Branham had 14 points, 12 for Trey Jones off the bench, 11 for Doug McDermott, 11 and 7 for Zach Collins. Kellen Johnson at 9, 7 and 8 as well. Yeah, Spurs are still a young team. You know, they're fun, but the Knicks just outplayed them. Knicks just look like a veteran team. Spurs look like a young team. This one really was what it was. Next at the Pelicans, Timberwolves. Timberwolves win this game 122-101. They outscored the ones 44-20 in the second quarter and really just dominate the rest of the way. Timberwolves are now 5-2. Pelicans fall to 4-4. Team stats: Minnesota shot 55% from the field in this game. The Pelicans shot just 39%. Timberwolves hit 15 threes. Pelicans only hit 8 threes in this one. For Minnesota, Anthony Edwards 26, 3 and 8, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He shot 10 for 22. He's been looking like a star past few games, you know what I mean? Like, he's been just super good for them. Minnesota, the teams look really good. They're the number 1 defense in the league. Rudy Gobert looks back to his defensive player of the year kind of self. Jay McDaniels, Anthony Edwards is buying in on defense. Like, this team just looks so good right now on defense and offensively. They're knocking down their threes. You know, Anthony Edwards is taking the jump, and they look really good. Cat had a really good one in this one too, which is big. 23 points, shot 9 for 12, 4 5 and 3. He did foul out, but he didn't look like he was forcing it this time. He was kind of letting the game come to him, which is really what he needs to do. Rudy, 17 and 21 boards, 2 blocks, 4 for 5 from the field. Mike Conley had 12 points. He had 4 threes in this one. 10 for Jay McDaniels and 10 for Shake Milton off the bench. Minnesota looks really dangerous right now, man. They look really nice right now, man. It's going to be tough to beat them. For the Pelicans, didn't have CJ in this game. Of course, he has a lung injury, so we don't know how long he's going to be out. Zion missed this game for personal reasons. But Brandon Ingram at 24 and 6. He was good early. It was really just him out there. That wasn't really enough else. Jordan Hawkins at 14 points, 12 for Matt Ryan, and 11 and 9 for Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who started in this game. But yeah, Pelicans they go back to 500. They don't have 2 of their 3 guys, which of course has been the story for them. Zion's going to be back though. We don't know about CJ, which is really tough. If they lose him, that's big because CJ's been very good for the ones this year, but a good win for Minnesota. Next we have the Cavs and the Thunder. Thunder win this game 128-120. Thunder go to 5-3. Cavs fall to 3-5. Team stats: both teams shot 51% from the field. Both teams took a lot of free throws. Cavs had 18 turnovers. Thunder only had 14 turnovers. For OKC, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is really good at basketball. 43, 7 and 6 with 3 steals. He shot 15 for 22, 12 for 13 for free throw. I think he had 27 in the first half and missed 1 shot. Like, he was just cooking the Cavs up. Whatever he wanted to do, he did it against a really good Cavs defense. Like, he was just balling out there. Chet, 15 and 7 with 3 block shots, 7 for 10 from the field. 15 for J-Dub and 5 for 10 shooting. He was big in the fourth quarter. Lou Dort had 14 with 2 steals and 3 blocks. And Cason Wallace, 14 off the bench. Cason Wallace is really good, man. Cason Wallace so far has had a great start to his rookie year. He's shooting the ball, lights out. He just looks like a vet out there, you know. He's only just turned 20, but he knows where the right spots to be in at the right time. Like, he's always in the right spot, knocking down catch and shoot shots, taking the shots when he needs to, playing good defense. Like, Cason Wallace has been good. Just another piece to this OKC team, man. It just has everything that you want. For Cleveland, Karis LeVert, 29, 5 and 5 off the bench, shot 7 for 14, 13 for 16 from the free throw line. The Cavs needed some energy, and Karis LeVert brought it. You know, unfortunately, it wasn't enough to win, but Karis LeVert has brought the energy. Evan Mobley had 22 and 5, 20 for Donovan Mitchell, had a tough shooting night, 8 for 23 and 1 for 9 from 3. Darius Garland had 15 and 9 assists with 8 turnovers as well. Darius Garland has not been great so far to start the season. Of course, he did miss some time, but even, you know, he just hasn't looked the same. You know, like, he's not shooting the ball as much. He's turning the ball over a lot more, making not great decisions. So he needs to clean up on that. Jared Allen at 14 and 6, and Max shoots at 12 points. He had 4 3-pointers. Cavs fall 3 and 5. Nothing too to worry about. Again, only 8 games in. They still have 74 more games to play. And of course, it's only the 3rd game they've had with their full team. And even then, they'd have a full team because Isaac Okoro didn't play in this game. He was a big piece off their bench. But yeah, not too much to worry about. They just really need to shoot the ball better. If they shot the ball better, if Garland and Mitchell came to play in this game, they probably could have won it. But yeah, a rare game where both Donovan and Darius both didn't show up, and the Thunder took advantage, man. Thunder are 2-0 against the Cavs this year. Shai is really good. And yeah, Thunder are a really good team, as we're seeing. Next, we have the Lakers and Rockets. Rockets win this game 128-94. Rockets are on a 4-game win streak. Rockets are over 500, people. The Houston Rockets are over 500. They're 4-3. Lakers fall to 3-5. Team stats: the Rockets shot 55% of the field. Lakers shot 43%. The Rockets hit 14 threes in this game. Lakers only hit 7 threes. The Rockets out-assisted the Lakers 26-20, and I rebounded them 57-34 and had 14 offensive rebounds. Houston, Jalen Green, 28 and 7, shot 11 for 15, 5 for 6 from 3. He was really just carving the Lakers defense up, hitting threes, getting to the rim and ones. He only played in 21 minutes. Like, he legit, whatever he wanted, he got. Alperen Şengün, 19, 7 and 4. He's been amazing so far this year. Jayshawn Tate had 14 points off the bench. Jabari Smith had 12 and 6. Fred VanVleet had 10 assists with 9 points. The Rockets really just did whatever they wanted to the Lakers. Of course, the Lakers had a lot of injuries in this one. The Rockets took advantage. They're on a 4-game winning streak right now, man. The Rockets look really good. Some blowout wins as well. Like, they're for firing, man. Alperen Şengün has been amazing so far, and they're just, kind of working around him, For the Lakers, of course, they didn't have AD in this game due to his injury he suffered last game. Not a serious injury, though. They only really had, 8 players. And, yeah, injuries are really taking effect on them really early. Riyad Shammur had 24 and 8 off the bench. He came back in this game. Shot 10 for 14, 2 for 3 from 3. He was actually pretty good. And it looked like him and D'Lo were really the only players that came to play. D'Lo had 22 points at 4 threes. He also had 3 blocks. LeBron at 18, but then after that, it was tough. Christian Wood played 22 minutes and started and was 0 for 1. Austin Reeves was 2 for 9. Max Christie 1 for 8. Cam Reddish 2 for 7. Just not a great game for the Lakers. They're falling 3 and 5 now. They just need people healthy, man. Everything just need people healthy. The injuries have been killing them. But shout out to the Houston Rockets, man. 4-game winning streak. They look pretty good. Next, we have the Pistons and Bucks. Bucks win this game 120 to 118. Damian Lillard takes over in clutch time. Hits a couple free throws and some big shots without Giannis in this one. But the Pistons, they outscored the Bucks 43 to 20 in the third quarter. The Pistons really fought back after Giannis got ejected in this third quarter, which is not a great ejection. Dunked on someone, stared at him, and got a technical. Like that should not happen. The Bucks go to 5 and 2. Pistons go to 2 and 7. Team stats: Detroit shot 49% from the field. Bucks shot 46%. The Bucks were 27 for 32 from the free throw line. Pistons were 15 for 16. The Pistons had 17 turnovers as well. But they did have 28 assists to the Bucks, 19 assists, and they had rebounded Milwaukee 53 to 36. For Milwaukee, Dame 34 points, shot 10 for 25. Wasn't shooting the ball super well, but when they needed him to, he was knocking down shots and knocking down some clutch free throws as well. Giannis had 15, 9, and 5 before he got ejected, and 3 blocks as well. Bobby Portis, 18 points off the bench. He provided a lot of energy. 14 and 6 for Brook Lopez with 4 blocks. He hit 4 3-pointers. Jay Crowder, who started in this game, had 10. Luke Beasley had 10. Bojan Bogdan had 10 because Chris Middleton did not play. That's why Jay Crowder started. He's been pretty solid for them. Yeah, big win for the Bucks. 5 and 2 now. Without Giannis, they still got to win. They play tonight against the Pacers on TNT or NBA TV, I think, one of them. But good win from Milwaukee. But for the Pistons, man, the Pistons have been really solid this year. Pistons have been really solid. Unfortunately, they're on a 6-game losing streak right now, 2 and 7. But this is a game they could have won. The third quarter was huge. And be able to compete against this type of team, is big for them. Kate Cunningham, 33, 8 and 8, shot 11 for 27. He was big, especially in the third quarter, to bring him back. Marcus Sasser has been amazing so far for Detroit. 26 points, shot 11 for 17. He was another guy that I was big on doing my draft board and draft work and stuff. He was a guy I thought was going to be an early second-round pick. An undersized guard that can go get a bucket, shoot the ball, defend well. Thought he was going to be a good steal for a team. And Pistons drafted him, 25th overall, which is surprising to me. But he's been very, very good, man. It's hard to take him off the court. The Pistons need spacing, and he's provided spacing. And he's just a bucket getter. A bucket getter guy. You can give him the ball and say, hey, we need something. Go get one. He can go get one. He can also defend the ball well, even though he is smaller. But yeah, Marcus Sasser's been amazing. Killian Hayes, 14, 5 and 4. Jalen Durant had 11 and 12 and 5. 12 for Marvin Bagley off the bench. Asar Thompson, 15 rebounds. Tough loss for the Pistons, though. They were so close against a really good Bucks team. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get it done. Next, we had the Heat and the Grizzlies. Heat win this game 108 to 102. Miami goes to 4 and 4. Grizzlies fall to 1 and 7. The Heat are on a 3-game losing streak after going on 3-game winning streak after going on a 3-game losing streak. Team stats: Miami shot 45% from the field. Grizzlies shot 39% from the field. For Miami, Bam 30 and 11 with 3 blocks, shot 8 for 15, 14 for 16 from the free throw line. He took over in the fourth quarter and sealed this game for Miami. He's been a lot more aggressive to start this year, which I really love to see, because when he is aggressive, he's one of the best centers in the league. Kyle Lowry, 17, 11, and 9. In this one, 15 for Jimmy. Hayward Highsmith had 14 points, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and Jaime Jaquez, 11 points. He also hit a big 3-pointer and kind of sealed this game late. Tyler Hero only played 8 minutes, had 6 points. He got hurt, sprained his ankle as well. I said he heard crunches and cracks in his ankle, which does not sound good. Unfortunately, he might be out for a little while, hopefully not too long, because the Heat really, really need him. He's been having such a really good start to the season, it's going to be tough if he's out, but Miami still got the win in this one. For Memphis, Jaren Jackson, 28 points, shot 9 for 18 from the field. Desmond Bane, 15 points, shot just 4 for 16. A very tough shooting game for Desmond Bane in this one. Luke Kennard had 13 off the bench. He was hot in the first half. Santi Aldama, 12 and 8, and Marcus Smart had 11. Bismack Biyombo had 10 rebounds as well. The Grizzlies just couldn't really get it going in the fourth quarter. And Bam Adebayo, they really didn't have an answer for him, and he get the win. Next, we had the Suns and Bulls. Suns won this game 116-115 in overtime. In this one, the Suns go to 4-4. Bulls fall to 3-6 for Phoenix. Or for team stats first, Bulls shot 44% from the field. Suns shot 42%. The Suns hit 19 threes in this game. Bulls only hit 14 in this one. The Suns also rebounded Chicago 53-39. Had 13 offensive rebounds. For Phoenix, Grayson Allen, 26 and 9, shot 8 for 13 from 3, a career high in 3-pointers for Grayson Allen. He was on fire. He had a very tough first few games, but lately he's been bringing it back, and he was big in this one. KD, 25, 6 and 9. Yusuf Nurkic, 20, 17 and 8. He also hit the big layup at the end to kind of win this game for Phoenix. Bradley Beal put his first game of the season. He had 13 points, shot 3 for 12 from the field. You definitely see it was his first game. He needs to get some rust off him. Fortunately, we haven't seen the Wolves big three yet. Devin Booker didn't play in this one, but the Suns still got the win thanks to Grayson Allen and Yusuf Nurkic. Really. For the Bulls, valiant effort. The first quarter, the Suns came out high, and I was like, yep, this is going to be over. Suns are going to just blow them out. But the Bulls fought back, brought this game to OT. Were almost so close to winning. Fortunately, just couldn't get it done. Vucevic had 26 for the Bulls, 22 and 8 for Zach LaVine, 22 and 7 assists for DeMar DeRozan. Alex Caruso, 19 off the bench, 4 for 5 from 3, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He's amazing. He had a big game in this one. Hit some big shots. Defended the ball very well like he always does. And Kobe White had 11, 7 and 6. But yeah, tough loss for Chicago. They fought so hard against a really good Suns team, just couldn't close it out, couldn't get it done. And the Suns are now back at 500. Next, we have the Raptors and Mavericks. Raptors win this game 127-116. Toronto goes to 4-4. Mavericks fall to 6-2. Team stats: Toronto shot 49% from the field. Mavericks shot 48% from the field. The Raptors forced 15 Dallas turnovers and rebounded Dallas 50-38. Had 15 offensive rebounds. For Toronto, Pascal Siakam, 31, 12 and 5. Finally, Pascal's not had a great start to the year, but he has a big one in this one. Even though he didn't shoot the ball super well. 15 for 25, 0 for 5 from 3, 1 for 4 from the free throw line. But he was big, especially for the first half in this one. OG Anunoby as well, 26 points and 5 rebounds. Those two were really on in the first half. And then Dennis Schroeder and Scotty Barnes really closed it out. Schroeder had 18 and 5 assists. Scotty Barnes 14 and 7, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Even though he started off pretty bad, he, at the end, again, brought it back, brought it together, and got the win. Gary Trent had 16 off the bench at 4 threes, and Chris Boucher also had 10 points on 4 for 4 shooting. Good win for Toronto. They're back at 500. Win against especially a really good Dallas Mavericks team so far this year. Big win for Toronto, especially seeing Pascal Siakam kind of wake up. That's huge for them. For Dallas, Luka 31, 7 and 8. He had a very bad shooting night. 11 for 26, 2 for 10 from 3. Tough when he's not shooting the ball like that. Kyrie had 22, 17 for Tim Hardaway Jr. off the bench, 15 for Derrick Jones Jr. Grant Williams was just 2 for 5. Yeah, I didn't really get as much help from the others as you want them to. But yeah, Toronto got a really nice win. They're back at 500. Next up, the Warriors and Nuggets on ESPN. The Nuggets win this one 108-105. Really good game. Klay Thompson, or Steph Curry missed the layup at the end. Jokic had some big shots. Klay Thompson also missed that random 3-pointer that slipped out of his hands at the end that could have tied it. The Nuggets now go to 8-1. Warriors fall to 6-3. Team stats: Denver shot 45% from the field. Warriors shot 43% from the field. Denver forced 9 Golden State turnovers. Both teams had single-digit turnovers in this game. For Denver, Nikola Jokic, 35, 13, and 5 with 3 steals. Shot 14 for 25. Didn't shoot the ball well from outside the paint. Only 1 for 8 from 3, 6 for 10 from the free throw line, which is rare. But yeah, without Jamal Murray for the rest of the month with the hamstring, Jokic has to get into his bag early, and he was doing that, man. He's just such an amazing player, Reggie Jackson, who starts this game, 20 points. He hit some big shots as well in this one. Michael Porter Jr., 17 and 8. He looks a lot more better, not just standing on the wing waiting for the free ball. Michael Porter Jr. getting into the offensive rebounds and stuff like that. It's really good to see. Aaron Gordon at 14 and 11, and KCP at 10 points in this one. The bench didn't really provide a whole lot for Denver, but it was Jokic and Reggie Jackson really got them this win, and their defense. For the Warriors, Steph Curry, 23 points, shot 6 for 17, 6 for 13 from 3. Not a great game from Steph. 15 for Klay, shot 5 for 12. 11 for Andrew Wiggins. Kevon Looney had 10 points. Draymond Green did not play in this game due to personal reasons. Sarge got the start. Then Kuminga Moody had 10 off the bench as well. Tough loss for the Warriors. They fought in there. They just couldn't really hit the shots when they needed to. The Nuggets were giving them chances. The Warriors just couldn't make the shots when they needed to. A rare, bad Steph shooting night, which is not going to happen that often. But a great win from the Nuggets. And they finally had the Blazers and the Kings. Kings win this game 121-118 in overtime. Kings get a much-needed win. They go to 3-4. Blazers fall to 3-5. Malik Monk in this game was big, closing this game out. Team stats: Portland shot 51% from the field. Sacramento shot 46% from the field. A lot of turnovers for both teams as well. For Sacramento, Domantas Sabonis 27, 11, and 9, 11 for 14 shooting. It felt like Sabonis wasn't really enforcing himself through the first few games of the season, but today he was aggressive early and really, really good. And this one really much needed win. Malik Monk 23, 6, and 10. Only shot 4 for 16 to 0 for 7 from 3, but he was 15 for 19 for the free throw line. He was making plays as well. He had 10 assists, which is big for Malik Monk getting to the free throw line, being aggressive. He was really what they needed, with De'Aaron Fox out. Kevin Huerter at 17, Davion Mitchell at 16 points. He had some big shots, make some big plays on both ends. Harrison Barnes at 12, and then Alex Len at 10 points off the bench. But again, a much-needed win for the Kings. They were kind of struggling, lost back-to-back days to the Houston Rockets. They needed a win, and they got a good win in overtime over Portland. For the Blazers, Jeremy Grant 38, 9, and 5 with 3 block shots, 12 for 25, 5 for 8 from 3. Jeremy Grant, big game. He was really keeping them in it. DeAndre Ayton at 18 and 10. Shane Sharp at 18. He fouled out in this game. Shot 5 for 14. Skylar Mays, 18 and 11 assists because Malcolm Brogdon only played 5 minutes in this game. I don't know what happened. Honestly, I didn't see what happened. But Skylar Mays came in and was actually really, really good. And Matisse Thybulle at 13 points. Tough loss for Portland. But again, Sacramento really needed this win. They closed them out when it needed to, But it's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.